Okay, thank you, sir. 1 minute. Yes, good evening, everyone. Uh, yes, today we are going to discuss about paleontology part 2, that is unit 10 to 12. Previously, we have discussed and I have covered the paleontology part 1, that is fossilization, type of organisms, microfossils, foraminifera, corals, like that I have covered paleontology part 1. And today we are going to cover paleontology part 2, unit 10 to 12. Here you can observe the beautiful picture of the crocodile fossil, which is preserved in the rock as it is without losing its original structure. Like that, fossils are preserved in the rock formations according to their existence or geological age. And before uh, before that, I want to mention, and these fossils are divided into microfossils, invertebrate fossils, and vertebrate fossils. Okay, and invertebrate we have covered foraminifera. Today we are covering this vertebrate, which fossils are animals having the this spinal cord called as the vertebrates. Sorry. Here you can observe that I don't know this icon is disturbing you people or not. I don't know. Okay, anyway, thank you. As I told in the earlier and early classes, in Indian geological, in Paleozoic, Mesozoic, and Cenozoic era, and in this Cambrian to Quaternary periods, fossils are present, which are having their own significant and particular time. Here you can observe that in image in Arden uh, formations of the earth, we can observe before the Archean era. And in the Archean era, earth crust had cooled enough to allow the formations of continents and the life started to form. After the Archean in Proterozoic, bacteria and algae, jellyfishes are first formed. After that, in the Ordovician, Devonian and Permian and Triassic and Jurassic, like in the remaining eras and in all periods having their own specific indica key fossils. Like in Cambrian, invertebrate animals, the brachiopod and trilobites are there. In Ordovician, early bony fishes, in Silurian, earliest land animals, in a Devonian, first, sorry, first seed plants, what is this? Seed plants and cartilage fishes, and in Mississippian, many crinoids and In the Carboniferous and Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous, these first dinosaurs, first reptiles, and first insects we can observe. In the Jurassic, first birds appear, and in the Cretaceous age, modern seed-bearing plants and dinosaurs are we can observe. And in the Tertiary, rise of mammals. Here you can observe. And in the Quaternary, rise of man. See here, Paleocene, Eocene, Holocene, and Miocene, Pliocene, and Pleistocene, and Holocene. Here, the rise of mammals and the rise of man we can observe. That is in Cenozoic era or recent. Here, I have prepared for you paper because you may get some more details. Here you can observe in Paleozoic, Mesozoic, and Cenozoic eras with their respective periods only fossils are existed. For example, in Cambrian, appearance of diverse trilobite fauna and appearance of diverse trilobite fauna and Indian places of significance is Rajasthan, Himachal Pradesh, and here also Rajasthan and Himachal Pradesh, we can find these fossil types. And in Ordovician period, abundance of brachiopods and graptolite fossils and we can observe in Indian continent, Jammu and Kashmir regions. Whereas in Silurian, expansion of coral reef ecosystems and first land, 1 minute, first land plants are present. These fossils we can in India, we can find in the Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh regions. And Devonian, rise of fish diversity and appearance of early tetrapods. And these fossils we can observe in find in the Spiti Valley and Gujarat region. Like that in Carboniferous, Permian, uh, flourishing coral swamps and diverse amphibial fauna and emergence of mammal-like reptiles are present and we can find these fossils in Kashmir, Rajasthan, and Himachal Pradesh and Kashmir. Like the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous periods of Mesozoic era, this appearance of early dinosaurs and first mammals, and dominance of dinosaurs and proliferation of marine reptiles, and rise of flowering plants and existence of non-ion dinosaurs. So these Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous fossil we can find most of them are available in Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, and this Tamil Nadu states. We can find these Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous fossils. And Paleogene, Neogene, and Quaternary periods of the Cenozoic era, emergence of modern mammal groups, and in Assam, Gujarat, and diversification of mammals and expansion of grasslands in Himachal Pradesh and Gujarat regions, and presence of early human species and the Ice Age megafauna that we can find in the Gujarat, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu states. So these are the fossils and their existence according to the time and their place of availability in the Indian geology or Indian geological region. Next, here you can observe gastro. 1 minute. Yes, it is. So, and here gastropod fossils. Gastropods are mollusca characterized by their spiral shells. Here you can observe these are the spirals, ring-like structure, spirals. These are all mollusca group, okay, and found in a various marine and freshwater habitats across in India. and classified under the phylum Mollusca. Class is Gastropoda. And examples includes species like Turritella and Nertia, Nerita. And the geological age of the gastropod fossil is range from Cambrian to recent, means tertiary, Cambrian to tertiary period. We can observe these gastropod fossils and which are mollusca phylum. Here you can observe these are the gastropod ring-like or spiral shells, and these are as it is these mollusca is converted into fossil without losing its original morphology or original body shape. Here you can observe these are the spiral shells of the fossil. Next, next here you can observe and cephalopoda fossils. Cephalopodal fossils had a chambered shells and were efficient predators. You can observe these spiral shape fossils and abundant in the marine deposits across in India and particularly in the regions like Kutch and Spiti, and classified under the phylum Mollusca class Cephalopoda. And here you can observe the shape of the fossils and the size of the fossils compared to the nearby wood plant. Okay. And examples include species like ammonite and Arthoceras, and geological age about ranging from Cambrian to Cretaceous. So these cephalopoda fossils are existed in the age of Cambrian to Cretaceous. And next, pelisopod fossils are the pelisopods have two hinged shells. These are the hinge. This is the hinge, and it is having two shells. Okay, two shells, two hinged shells, and are commonly known as bivalves. Two valves will be there. Okay, and widely distributed in marine and freshwater environments of India. So marine and freshwater environment in India, like in in Himalayan region and in freshwater zones, we can find these paleozoic fossils. And examples, and these are classified under the phylum Mollusca. So these three are comes under Mollusca phylum only, and class Bivalvia. Bivalvia. So you try to remember this word bivalvia, and two hinged shells are known as the bivalves. Two valves will be there with one hinge. These fossils you can find in these days also you can find in the coastal region or in the river beds. And examples include species like Perna and Arca. This is the Arca, okay, and pectine fossils. And geologically is about range from Cambrian to recent. Cambrian to recent in the tertiary, and in the younger alluvial formations, we can find these type of polypod fossils. And brachiopod fossils. Brachiopods have dorsal and ventral shells, unlike bivalves. And brachiopods have dorsal and ventral shells. It's not similar to the previous pelisopods. Pelisopods, okay? And these are having dorsal and ventral shells. Dorsal, This is the dorsal and ventral shells, unlike bivalves, okay, found in marine sediments. So, classified under the phylum Brachiopoda and found in marine sediment across India, especially in the regions like Himachal Pradesh. In Himachal Pradesh, what we'll find in Himachal Pradesh, we'll find the Himalayas, low Himalayas, middle and higher Himalayas. So in Himalaya is a nothing but is a Tethys ocean in the before the it converted into folded mountains. These Himalayas are Tethys Ocean and which is covered with a number of fossils and formations. Later it is converted into the folded mounts and highest mount peak we can in the world we can find in the Mount Everest, you can find in the Himalayas region only because of folding activity due to the adjustments of the continents. Examples include species like Lingula and Terebratula, and geological age ranges from Cambrian to recent. So these dorsal and ventral shells, unlike bivalves, brachiopods, we can find from Cambrian to recent age. Recent means tertiary. Okay, and next, echinoderms fossils. These echinoderms have pentadial, pentadial symmetry and, and unique water vascular system. Echinoderms have pentaradial symmetry, pentra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pentaradial symmetry and unique water vascular system, and fossils found in marine sediments of India and notable in the regions like the Himalaya. So as I told, in the Tethys Ocean or Tethys, uh, whatever we are calling now Himalaya region, we'll find these echinoderm fossils. And examples include the species like Pentacrinos and Echinocoreus, and geological age about Cambrian, and trilobite fossils. Trilobites were ancient marine arthropods with segmented bodies, segmented bodies. Fossils abundant in marine sediments of India and particularly in the region like Rajasthan. See, and previous these echinoderm and brachiopods fossils are predominantly found in the marine sediments across in the India, especially regions like Himachal Pradesh and Himalayas, that is Himalayas region. Whereas these trilobites are abundant in marine sediments of the regions like Rajasthan. So these trilobite fossils classified under the phylum Arthropoda class Trilobita, and examples includes species like Olinillus and Aspos, and geological age range from Cambrian to Permian. See, most of the fossils, gastropods, and cephalopods, uh, pelecypods fossils, and brachiopod fossils, and echinoderma fossils are predominantly available in the marine sediments of the Indian regions, particularly in the Himalaya region, whereas trilobites are found in the are available in the Rajasthan region. Okay, and graptolite fossils. Graptolites were colonial. Here is the colonial graptolites animals. Colonial animals found in marine sediments and fossil discovered in regions like Jammu and Kashmir. Again, it is Himalaya region and only and indicative of ancient marine environment. These gastropod fossils are indicating the environment of the ancient ages. And these gastropods are co- colonial animals and which is having the feather-like, two feather-like structures. Here you can observe these are the feather-like structure fossils. Here also you can observe two feathered-like fossils. Right. See, you try to remember or just you try to watch number of times, then you can find fossils in your practical exam or in your theory exam. If you watch number of times this and you can simply just you can remember this crocodiles. Remember this crocodiles figure. This is a vertebrate. Okay. And in paleontology part 2 is about vertebrates fossils. Okay. And gastropod fossils, you try to remember with the spiral shells. And cephalopoda is the ring-like structure, and each fossil having is their unique structure. Pelecypods are having the hinge with the two bivalves. Okay, two bivalves, pelecypods, and here brachiopoda fossils are dorsal and ventral shells. Dorsal and ventral shells, unlike bivalves, whereas here Pelecypods are bivalves, same in the size with inch, whereas brachiopods are dorsal and ventral shells, unlike not bivalves. Just you try to remember these keywords when you are writing your theory exam or practical exam. And you can also try to remember or try to watch number of times these videos, then you can identify easily. Next, see, this is the echinoderm fossils, unique water vesicular system fossils from the marine sediments. Okay, but here echinoderms have pentra radial. Pentra, you can divide this word into pentra radial. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 radial, pentra radial structure. So each one fossil having its own unique structure. Here trilobites are having the segments like structure, trilobites. So you try to remember with the structures and try to watch number of times these fossils. Next, graptolites. Graptolites are grass, you can remember, are feather. So grass, then feather, similar structure. So you try to remember graptolite means grass-like or feathers-like structure having two. See here, you can observe these fossil structure. So by like this, you try to remember with their unique structure. Okay, next, and these graptolite fossils available are geologically is about Cambrian to Carboniferous. Next, just I want to uh, remember or recall once the previous slide, previous paleontology part 1 presentation. 1 minute. Where it is, where it is. Okay, paleontology. See, as I told, paleontology part 1 covering about, it is covers the geological time scale with a specific or unique time related fossils according to their age or period, whatever or era we can observe in this the geological time scale with the fossils. Here, paleontology is the study of ancient life through its fossil. 1 minute. Fossil. Hey, 1 minute. So, paleontology is the study of ancient life through its. So, 1 minute. Just I want to stop share and want to share again. Some technical issue is there. This is the screen. Okay, okay. Now it is okay. I think yes. Paleontology is the study of ancient life through its fossil remains of the traces of its activity as recorded by ancient sediments. Subdisciplines are paleobotany and paleozoology, and in paleozoology, invertebrate paleontology, vertebrate paleontology, and micropaleontology. And in micropaleontology, invertebrate paleontology, we have covered in the paleontology 1 presentation. And whereas vertebrate paleontology, we have covered today's paleontology part 2 presentation. What is this? See, here you can observe these are the unaltered fossils. These are the plant fossils, and these are the animal fossils, altered fossils, and trace fossils. Here, the original remains of fossils like and the odd parts of invertebrates preserved. They are the unaltered fossils. Next, altered fossils. Changes or alternate have taken places in the morphology or anatomy of the original organism. Here we can find petrified fossils and carbonization process. And the next, in trace fossils, molds and casts will be the same as it is. Means the animals are not losing or not they are losing their original body shapes. So the molds and casts will be the same. And here you can observe the footprints and foot tracks of the some fossils preserved in the rock formations. Here you can observe the gastrolites and caprolites fossils. Next, I have covered micropaleontology. Micropaleontology is concerned with the microfossils and nanofossils, which are very, very important in the oil and natural gases studies. So these micropaleontology or microfossils are having the most important and significant in the oil and natural gases industry. In morphology of foraminifera, yes, we have foraminifers are single-celled animals protected by the odd shells of different types of materials, and they are microscopic in size, generally range from zero point 0.1 to 1 mm. And soft parts of foraminifers has protoplasm and protoplasm within the shell. Like that, I have covered morphology of the foraminifera in the previous class. Whenever you are studying about any fossil group or class, you have to remember or you have to write kingdom, phylum, subphylum, class, and order of the that family, that fossils family. And wall structure and composition I have discussed here. And in the applications of foraminifera, as I told, they have unique and very importance in the archaeological and oil and natural gases industry. And I have discussed about the coral, that is phylum, Cinderia, and class Anthozoa, subclass Jantharia. Like that, you have to remember foraminifera, corals, class, phylum, subclass, and order. Here I have discussed morphology of the corals. And previously, I have discussed foraminifera morphology and wall structure and composition of the foraminifera and applications of the foraminifera. Later, I have discussed about corals, their classification and their morphology, and after that, hard corals. Again, hard corals we divide into three types. Here you can observe based on their different type of patterns, different type of. You can observe here each fossil having its own unique pattern. Like that, you can observe here hard corals having their patterns, unique patterns. Like I have sharing has stopped as the shared window is closed. Okay. And next, before that, next I want to share another slide, that is today's paleontology part 2 presentation. So I want to repeat again. One minute. Yeah. Yes. After that, I have discussed, as I told, in fossils, we have divided into microfossils, vertebrates, invertebrates. I have discussed earlier in the earlier presentation invertebrate fossils. Now I am going to discuss about the vertebrate fossils. Here you can observe and remember vertebrate fossils. So according to the or based on the geological era and geological period, and fossils are having their significance, and Indian places in Indian particular places and where they available in the abundant. Next, 1 minute. Next, I have discussed about in vertebrate fossils, gastropoda fossil, cephalopoda fossil, pelisopod fossil, brachiopod fossils, echinoderma fossils, trilobita fossil, graptolite fossils. See, each these vertebrate fossils are having their unique, unique structure, unique structure. Each fossil having its own structure. Here you can observe spiral. Here you have a spiral or ring-like structure. And here you can observe that bivalves with hinge. Here you can observe in brachiopods, dorsal and ventral shells, unlike bivalves. Next, echinoderm, pen, pentaradial symmetry and with a unique vascular system. 1 minute. Repeat. చిన్నగా ఆన్ చేస్తుంది. So trilobites here echinoderms having have pentaradial symmetry and a unique water vascular system. Fossils found in marine sediments in India, notably in the regions like the Himalayas. And most of these vertebrates are available in the Himalaya region and a northern part of the Rajasthan and some parts of Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu also we can find. See here you can observe this trilobite. When we talk about trilobite, it is having the marine and segmented bodies. Segmented bodies. Here you can observe number of segments. Number of segments here you can observe in the fossil also. Here is the rock. In the rock print also you can observe the segments. So when we talk about the segments, you should remember that trilobite fossils having the segments, and these trilobite fossils are available in the are particularly present in the regions like Rajasthan. And after the last one is gaprolite fossil. When a gaprolite fossil comes, you should remember, for your information, I am telling that grapto or grass-like structure or feather-like structure, you should remember graptolites. So like that, you have to remember when you are attending for practical and theory classes, theory exams, sorry, practical and in theory exams, you have to remember these fossils with their unique structure and their names also. And thank you. I hope you will understand, and I hope that you will watch number of times these presentations because I have specially prepared these presentations with unique fossil images for you people, so that try to watch number of times and to try to remember with their unique structures and names. And is there any questions? Please share your comments in the comment chat box or in the comment section. So, so Indian Geology Part 1, Indian Geology Part 2, and Paleontology Part 1 and Paleontology Part 2 I have covered. And only the balance syllabus is that geology of the Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. That is, tomorrow I am going to cover this geology of the Andhra Pradesh and Telangana and their geological age and stratigraphy distribution of the Telangana and Andhra Pradesh geology and their mineral resources and rock type with their distribution and particularly with the places. Also, I'll make a presentation and I will present tomorrow. Try to watch number of times. They are almost in 6 classes. I have shared 5 presentations. So each presentation may cover in each block or 3 units. So try to watch number of times. Try to remember. I hope you will watch number of times and you will write your exams. All the best and try to read number of times. Thank you. And you may not get this type of presentations with particular puzzles images. So try to save these videos or try to watch number of times these videos. You can remember. Your screen sharing is fast. Okay. Yes, I will. So thank you, sir. And yes, you can. mm, 1 minute. Thank you, sir. You may please you can store the meeting. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.